There are more Doctor Who B&M sets out, so we've got yet another History of the Daleks, and instead of just going to number 20, we've gone from set number 19 to 21, which is Christopher Eccleston to Jodie Whittaker. I feel like we've missed a lot here, but we'll go with it. Taking a look at the packaging, it's in a similar style guide to what we've seen in the previous years, but this time we get the debut of the 13th Doctor pinky colour background, which looks quite nice, and it's just your usual stuff around it, tells you what story it's from, but with this set it advertised 2 Executioner Daleks, which must be some big selling point if you like that sort of thing, and just other stuff about the story at the back, and you also get this new holographic Doctor Who merchandise sticker that they've started rolling out, which is very nice. The first thing you notice about these Daleks is that they're far too dark for the story they're meant to be from. The ones in Eve of the Daleks are bronze, they use the props from Asylum of the Daleks, but what they've done here is because a lot of the scenes are set in the dark, they've kind of gone for that, I think, but this is also much more accurate to what's seen in Power of the Doctor. They made a couple new Dalek props because of the higher budget, so they made them darker. So if you have a spare bronze kicking about, you can swap the stuff around and you've got a more accurate one. That's what I'm going to do on the shelf. Just have a bronze Executioner and then just a darker Power of the Doctor standard Dalek, because it feels more accurate. For the most part, these Daleks are exactly the same, except they have different ID tags, which just adds some subtle variation. The gold on the slats literally stands out against the dark finish, which, whilst it may not be accurate to this story, I think as a toy it does look quite nice in hand. The pictures don't really do it enough justice. I know some people flat out said, no, this doesn't look good at all, and I always like that at first, but in hand it's not too bad. And you got the new edition of the claw. People think this is from the Rukon Dalek, but it's not, because the arm is slightly different. And that just makes me wonder why they went with the open claw instead of the closed one, which is more accurate to what's seen throughout Jodie's stories, because they only have like the plunger in Power of the Doctor, so it doesn't make much sense if this seems to be a new piece. And of course you get the minigun type thing, and when I first opened this I saw one Dalek that I wasn't sure if it was the paint on it that had just been chipped away. I was like, oh dear, that's not that good. But then I noticed it's pretty much all across the gun, so I think there is a variant where they've slightly weathered it. I've not seen anyone mention that, but I think that's what's going on here. So there's that pointless variation. And of course this isn't a Dalek figure without the head turning 360 degrees and the eye stalk being able to nod up and down, as well as the claw and manipulator arms being able to move up and down and twist side to side. Also the wheels, so you can make the Dalek go about shouting "Exterminator!" Overall, whilst very inaccurate, I think these are some nice enough Daleks. Would I recommend paying the £22 price point for these? Probably not. They're inevitably get reduced just like most of the other History of the Dalek sets these days. And I'd also see if you can pick up a spare bronze going cheap, just so you can have a proper style Executioner Dalek, because this isn't an Executioner Dalek, although I think generally the dark colour works quite well to make yourself a Power of the Doctor one. So yeah, tell me what you think of this set, if you have any opinion on it at all. Dislike the video if you didn't like it, subscribe if you really liked it, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Toodle pip.